But honestly, we really need to try to be healthy spiritually, but also healthy physically. Now, how do we create that balance? Rest, relaxation. Okay, we need food and water, right? We need vitamins. Okay, how many of us take vitamins? Okay, for a while I was kind of dubious about vitamin taking until someone told me about the gummy vitamin.
I love that.
Yeah. Now, if y'all never tried, I don't know, anybody tried the gummy vitamins? Anybody take those? Okay, yeah, kind of fun. I mean, I'm interested to the, I call them gummy bear vitamins. Oh man, I first got them. I just tasted them. Oh, this ain't right. I was like, my wife said, hey, you're supposed to eat that many in one day. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Then she read, you don't take 2 a day. I said, like to see headline news, and then Detroit. Preacher overdose on gummy bear vitamins. All right. But that is makes it easier for me to take vitamins. I don't have to worry about getting water and the life's so busy trying to find that vitamin, trying to take it down. You just take it and put it in your mouth. So vitamins are good. Exercise, I get most of my exercise at the airport, running back and forth. But I'm trying to do a little bit better. I need to become more consistent like I was before I really got into this doctorate program. Now, once I'm done with this doctorate program, that's going to free my time up, and I need to dedicate that to more exercise. Okay? Sunshine and fresh air. Look at Mother Howard. She just experienced a lot of sun on her cruise, and they stopped at the beach. See, y'all don't know Mother Howard, but she's not usually this dark. So she got a suntan and she looked relaxed. And she made me want to go on a vacation. But what she did was so smart. She and her husband went on a vacation. But they take these 2-week vacations. I'm going to have to try that one day. Oh, you take yours too all together? Yeah? Okay. Well, I'm going to have to get out a try one day. Those out there listening, anybody out there do 2-week vacations at a time? If so, just let me know. I'm just curious because I know when Mother Howard put in for a vacation day, she works here for me. I see X's all on the calendar. And she comes back so refreshed. So I might have to give that a try one day. Okay, so sunshine and fresh air is important. And then also getting that yearly checkup. That is so important to get the checkup. All right, so now you're healthy spiritually, you're healthy physically. Now here's another component. You have to be healthy emotionally, and that deals with the soul. Because if you're healthy spiritually and physically, but emotionally, you're on a roller coaster, whew, you can find yourself discouraged all the time, depressed, crying. You know, you just go through an array of emotions in 1 hour, okay? So this is where the temperament needs come in, the temperament needs. And so this is what we're going to study today because the temperament needs ties into the soulish part of man or our emotional part. Okay, here we go. All right. And for those of you who didn't see this, let me show this to you. I don't know if you can see this. Okay, that's achieving balance. Achieving balance, okay? All right, here we go. Missing piece. Now notice that instead of it being like a piece in the puzzle, y'all see how it's spelled? P-E-A-C-E, missing piece. And oftentimes in marriage, people are missing piece because temperament needs are not met or understood. And you got to understand that when your temperament needs are not met, then you're going to have someone that's unhappy in the marriage. Or you have 2 people that's unhappy. So it is important for us to tap into this lesson, learn this lesson, learn your spouse's temperament needs, and I promise you, you will have a healthy spouse and happy spouse. Here we go. All right. Missing piece, putting the pieces back together. All right. All right, what is temperament? Let's talk about temperament. What is temperament? Okay. A person's or animal's nature, especially as it pertains, as it permanently affects their behavior. So please fill that in. Now remember today you're going to have to fill in the blanks. So a person's or animal's nature, especially as it permanently affects their behavior. So one of the beautiful things about temperaments is that it will show you why you behave the way you behave and why your spouse behaved the way that they behave. Have you ever did something and then look back and say, why did I do that? You know how sometimes we talk to ourselves, right? We all talk to ourselves, right? Everybody say, yeah, because I don't want to think I'm crazy. All right. Because, we all get up to ourselves and like, oh, man, what was I thinking? Or I should have added this in. I should have added that in. I should have left that out. I shouldn't have bought this. I shouldn't have bought that. And sometimes you can beat yourself up. Anybody know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, notice animals have temperaments. A lot of people don't know that, but animals have temperaments. Have you ever seen a dog that was so nice, sweet? That's because that dog obviously has a supine temperament. But then you run into an aggressive dog, they might have choleric. Now, years ago, my daughter begged me to bring in a stray cat. I was always opposed to any animals in the house, but she was like crying. She said, Daddy, I'm the only child. Sometimes I get bored. So I let her bring in this cat. I can't think of this cat's name. Gracie. Gracie, thank you. Yes. Gracie was something else. I would like to say temperament-wise, Gracie was choleric. Gracie was an unhealthy choleric. Because Gracie wanted to do what Gracie wanted to do. If we opened the door, I said, now, Gracie, don't go outside. And she just looked at me. I said, don't go outside. When I turned my head, she'd just take off. Sometimes she'd stay out 3 days. Oh, wow. 3 nights. Yeah, then come back in the middle of the night. Meow. Meow. My wife said, babe, please let the cat, I don't know what that cat been doing. Is that cat bringing in here? But we'll give Gracie a chance. But anyway, this cat was just so strong-willed and rebellious. Okay. Years later, my daughter asked for another cat. This was years later. This cat was so sweet. Sweetest cat you ever want to see. So even animals have different temperaments, okay? Oh, Gracie. Okay. All right. I didn't want to go there. But since y'all want to know, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. All right. After about the 8th, 9th, or 10th time, she running out and staying 3 and 4 and 5 days. She came home outside the house meowing. I said, I ain't letting her in this time. She got to learn her lesson. So the next day, I was driving down the street. I saw a cat just splashed on the street. Looked like Gracie. Now, I ain't going to say that she became depressed and just threw herself in front of the car. I ain't saying that because if I do that, I'm going to feel too bad. She was a risk taker. But she just tried to outrun the car. She probably said, I can beat this car. Like she tried to beat everything. Then in the times when she would run, this car was driving me crazy. I would run out, and out of all the places to run, she would run under my car and hide. And I'm so embarrassed now. I'm on my knees up under the car. Come out right now. All the neighbors coming to the door. My wife said, hey. I just, All right, anyway, poor Gracie, rest her soul. I hope I see her on the other side. But anyway, that's what happened to Gracie. All right, here we go. Were y'all disappointed in that Gracie story? No. Okay, y'all wanted to know what happened to her. All right. All right. So let's look at. I'm sorry, she chose a lot. Yeah, she chose. Yeah, she was a wild one. All right, synonyms. Okay, disposition. Okay, nature or character. These are some of the synonyms for temperament: disposition, nature, character, personality, or makeup. Now, I must be clear. When we say makeup, we're not talking about Avon or Maybelline. We're talking about one's inner makeup, okay? One's inner makeup. It is so important to know. You see, we can see one another's outer makeup, but the inner makeup is what we can't see. And that's what your temperament is. Your temperament is the real you. So that's why, like, you can see a person from the external and say, man, that's a good looking man. That's a good looking woman. You know, like, especially when we went in search for a spouse, ooh, that's the one I want. But then when you got to talking to that person, you say, whoa, something is not right. Can y'all see what I'm saying? And sometimes the temperaments don't jive, and we'll see that in a few moments. So you have to get someone who coincides with your temperament. All right, here we go. All right, the value of knowing and understanding temperaments. Okay, understanding our temperament helps us. Number one, it gives us the value of knowing and understanding temperaments. All right, praise the Lord. Come on in. All right. Here you go. Louis, let me give you. Oh, you got some? Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. All right. So here we go. All right. This is doing a lot of fancy things, but it's not moving. Okay, here we go. All right. So understanding and knowing your temperament and your spouse's temperament causes you to grow in self-knowledge. When you understand your temperament, it causes you to grow in self-knowledge. And you know what? It is important to know yourself. And that's one of the advantages of like temperament therapy. Like when I got off into this and an assessment was done on me, it literally caused me to understand myself better. You know what? Are there times when you just don't understand yourself? Okay, thank you. Okay, let me say that again. I want to make sure I ain't the only one, you know. Are there times when you don't understand yourself? Yeah. Okay, so this self-knowledge is important. As we go through this temperament study today, it's going to cause you to understand you, thus creating self-knowledge. So you'll know how to govern yourself. Okay, here we go. Number two, it improves our relationships with friends and family. So please jot that down. It improves our relationship with friends and families. And for those that's listening via internet, we actually have worksheets. Okay, I wish I could have gotten this worksheet to you. So if you hear me repeat it again and kind of stall a little bit, that's to give everyone time to write down. So it improves our relationship with friends and family, and you will see that as we go through this. And let me say this. One reason why it improves your relationship with your friends and families is because when you get this knowledge in terms of temperaments, it causes you to understand your spouse or your friend. And I always say this, and you can write it down if you want to, but you can stand a person when you can understand them. You can stand a person when you can understand them. The times that you can't understand a person or stand a person is when you cannot understand them. Can I get it? Amen? Amen. And this is why, like, oftentimes we can deal with our own children when nobody else would want to be bothered with them. I said, I don't want to be bothered. We can deal with them because we know the mess that they have been through. Can I get it in there? You know some of the hurts, the ups and the downs, some we cause, some they cause, and then, you know, hey, we can understand them, whereas if others don't understand them. So in marriage, if you can understand your spouse, you can deal with them better. But if you can't understand that joker, it would drive you crazy, especially if you're different temperaments, okay? I didn't mean to call y'all a joker, you know. We got no jokers here, right? All right. Number 3, motivate our children. When you understand temperaments, you will know how to meet the needs of your children, thus motivate them. My wife and I often talk about this. We said, we wish we had this knowledge of temperament therapy when Shantae was younger. I mean, though we did the best we could raising her, I mean, and I'm not saying we did a totally bad job, but if we knew her temperament, if we understood temperaments, we would have raised her according to her temperament. That, like an inclusion area, which is how people socialize. Sometimes Shantae just wanted to stay in her room and close the door, especially as she got older. Well, I'll come down there. Why you got the door closed? Why don't you go on outside, play with your friends, make some friends? She didn't want to make friends. I mean, you know, the friends she had, she was good with the 1 or 2. But we didn't know. We was trying to raise her the way we were raised, or according to our temperament. And you can push your child out of their temperament. It's one of the worst things that we can do. So if you have a child that's sanguine and your child loves to socialize, but you keep them isolated. You keep them in the room. No, you can't go outside and play. You can't talk on the phone. You can't do anything. You're going to cause that child to be miserable. Everybody, let's clap our hands for the Simmons. Brother and Sister Simmons just walked in. All right, she's sharp, y'all. Looking like Yolanda Adams here. Just walked in. All right. So it'll help you to motivate your children. So this study is really important. Also, wow, this is the one I really love. Understanding the value of temperament, it would deepen our spiritual lives. Please note that, man, it would deepen our spiritual lives. And we will see in a few minutes which temperaments really connect with God. You know, those of you that have certain temperaments, man, like you can really connect with God in a special way. We'll see that. Are y'all cool? Everybody's okay? All right. All right, here we go. Next one. In addition, understanding of temperament and our spouse can lead us to happier, richer, and fulfilling marriages. Please write that down. It would lead us to a happier, richer, and fulfilling marriage. And after all, that's what we all really want in our hearts. How many of y'all want a happy marriage? How many of y'all want a rich marriage? How many of y'all want a fulfilling marriage? Okay, well, learning temperaments today is going to be a blessing to you. Okay, here we go. This is me in a nutshell. All right, let's learn the 5 temperaments in a nutshell. I'm not sure how that me got in that nutshell there, but we're going to roll. All right, here we go. Everybody's looking at Mother Howard. Okay, now, in a nutshell, I'm going to run through the 5 temperaments, then we're going to go into detail. So everybody, let's catch this real quick as we go through this. Number 1, the commanding choleric. So those who are choleric are commanding. Okay, and we'll go in detail in a minute. We're going to have a lot of fun with this, y'all. A whole lot of fun. Okay, meticulous melancholy. So those who are melancholy, you like everything right. Everything got to be in order. Everything got to be structured. And if you're married to someone who's just the opposite, Lord have mercy. All right. Number 3, sociable sanguine. Sanguines love to socialize. Like after church, a sanguine could stay for an hour to 2 hours, still not ready to go. The deacons have to flick the lights. Now, if they're married to someone else, that's another, let's say melancholy. Melancholies are really ready to go after service, unless somebody stopped them. You know, it's like, okay, I'm ready to go. But the sanguine is never ready to go. Okay, even pulling up, you're like, I finally got him in the car. Thank God, the car is in reverse. Thank you, Jesus. But on his way backing up, he sees someone. And he's like, no, no, no. The window go down. Hey, I just want to speak. And that the speaking turns into a 15-minute conversation. Okay, so those are the sociable sanguines. Okay, then the peaceful phlegmatics. Phlegmatics are individuals who absolutely love peace. Love peace. Cannot stand all this noise and hollering and screaming. You know, those are the ones who are shut down. Like if you screaming and hollering at a phlegmatic, they'll just shut down and they'll just let you go. I mean, you hollering for 30 minutes. And then when you're done, you walk away. Yeah, I told her, I told him. But they totally blocked you out. They have that propensity to really block you out. They haven't heard a word you said. Okay? All they want you to do is stop. And I mean, some of them just playing like, Lord, please let her stop. Please let them stop. Please. Because they can't take noise. Are anybody feeling what I'm saying? You can't take all that. It sounds like noise. Woo, I'm feeling this thing. Okay. And then last one is the serving supine. The serving supine. So supines are servers. Servers. They are the sweet ones. Oh, supines are so sweet. Where would the church be without supines? And I'll tell y'all that in a little bit. Supines are special in a ministry. Special. And if you're married to someone that's got supine, that's a good thing, you know. Because they're going to do things for you. Sometimes they'll make your bath water. They'll bring you food. Some of these other temperaments, they like, get it yourself, you know. I got mine, get yours. But the supines, when they feel it, they just got to do something nice. They're just nice. Supine. Have you ever met someone that's just sweet? You just say, man, you're just a sweet person. Okay. All right. Perhaps they have a supine. Anybody ever told you were sweet? No? Okay. All right. All right, don't feel bad. Maybe you just don't have supine. That's okay. All right, now let's start with the cholerics, the commanding cholerics. Get ready. Here we go. Let's look at some of the strengths of the choleric in the emotional realm. Number one, cholerics are born leaders. Now, am I supposed to see on here? I mean, or no? I mean, can they see me? Okay. All right. Very good. All right. So they are born leaders. So those of you watching this, cholerics are born leaders. Number two, they are dynamic and what? Active. They're dynamic and active. Now, don't worry about right now. I'm trying to write all this down because we have copies for you afterwards. Okay, because that's just too much to write down. Okay, you made copies in there, right?
I can make it real quick.
Okay. All right, then. Well, afterwards, Mother Howard, she'll have this for you. But y'all see how she handled that? She was smooth. She didn't say, I don't have it. But I discerned that she didn't have it. Okay, here we go. All right, the next one, choleric is what? They have a compulsive need for what? Change. They always like to change something. I mean, after a while, they get bored. Okay, we got to make some adjustment. We got to change this. We got to change the furniture and change this. One man said that his wife changed the furniture on him. He didn't know it, like in the living room. She moved it like right by the front door. So, you know, he was working nights. He came in, the lights were off, and he flipped over the couch. All of it, she just had a need to change it. She changed it, but he didn't know it. So sometimes they always want, they have a need for change. Okay, next one. Must what? Correct wrongs. Cholerics always got to correct someone when they're wrong. And sometimes that really gets on folks' nerves. Okay? If we just shooting the breeze, and if I just happen to employ a double negative, or if I employ a split infinitive. Okay, everybody all right? Okay? You don't have to correct me. Oh, you just used a split infinitive. Oh, you just use a double. Okay, leave me alone. I know what a split infinitive is. I know what a double negative is. But sometimes when I'm just shooting the breeze with my members of my family, I'm not trying to be Dr. Davenport. You know, I mean, I don't want to always have to get, yes, A, B, C, D, E, F. No, I just want to be me. I wasn't raised in Beverly Hills. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, next one. Cholerics are strong-willed and decisive. Strong-willed people. Even as a baby. You ever seen a child that was strong-willed? You said, okay, now, all right. Somebody said, all right, thank you. Like that, see, your temperament is inborn. It's inborn. You're born with the temperament. That's why you got strong-willed babies. Like, yeah, I mean, you can whip them or whatever. They want what they want. Okay? Unemotional. A choleric cannot understand why a supine is crying over a man. Their deal is like he ain't the last fish in the sea. Build a bridge, get over, go find you another man. What you up there crying for 4 days? Get up. They don't understand it. And the poor little supine say, you just don't understand. Yeah, you're right. All right. Not easily what? Discouraged. It's hard to discourage a choleric. They can take a licking and keep on ticking. You can criticize them and they will keep going. You can holler at them and they will keep going. I don't care if it's a coach, a pastor, whatever, you can get on them and it hurt for a moment. They'll shake it off and be like, all right, let's go. Give me the ball. Let me run the ball again. Pastor, let me sing this solo again, whatever. It's like they don't know how to quit. All right? They are what? Independent and what? Self-sufficient. Very independent. Next one, what? Exudes confidence. You know, have you ever looked at somebody and said, man, they are so strong. You're not talking about physically, but you're like, man, so strong. And cholerics can run anything. They love being in charge. Even if they are not in charge of an auxiliary, if there was someone, if the president doesn't have any choleric, after a while or before that meeting is over, that choleric will take over that meeting and run it. The choleric will be telling everybody else, including the president, what to do, how to do it, and you just going along with it. Okay? Now, let's look at some of the weaknesses of a choleric. And now we're going to bring it into the marriage here. And then from an emotional standpoint, cholerics can be bossy. I got a and a I wonder what y'all saying out there. If your spouse is bossy, perhaps they have choleric in them. And they just have to boss somebody around. When that need comes, they just have to boss someone. Now, you know, it's not all the time, but when that need to boss kicks in, have to do it. Now watch this. For cholerics, they can be in a car all alone. There was no one to boss. There was no one to control. But if that need kicks in while they're driving, they will literally get behind someone and just trail them, trying to make them move. Now, you got 3 lanes that's empty, right? Over here, 1, 2, 3. Lanes are empty. There are only 2 of y'all on the interstate. Interstate 65, 2 of y'all, but that need to control kicks in, and so you get right behind that person, and you just drive. If you can make them move, that need is being satisfied. You feel good, like you bossed them around. But if that person will not move, after a while, the cleric could get mad. Those are the ones who will come around and start doing sign language. I ain't talking about A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Do I need to break that down? Start hollering and carrying on. All right. Look at your spouse and just ask, are you bossy? All right. Number two, these are things clerics need to work on. Number two is what? Impatience. They are so impatient. It's like, come on, just do it. Just do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not that hard. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, they're just hollering at people. And if your child is not choleric, if your child is phlegmatic and a little slow pace, ooh, drive you crazy. Just put the clothes on. Just put it over your head. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. I mean, you got everybody jumping. You got your husband jumping. I mean, you got everybody. You start clapping up hands. I mean, you got the dog running. Everybody. The fish is just leaping out. You got control of everything. They call you the queen bee, or for Mr. Midas, King Midas, because you got it. Oh my God, you're impatient and bossy. Next one, what? Quick tempered. So the cleric got to work on that. You can't just go off on everybody. You can't go off on everybody. All right. See, this is why I like, let's go to the workplace. Clerics are hard to work for in the workplace because they feel like, number one, they're impatient and they're bossy. And you can make one mistake, or even if it's not a mistake, if that need kick in for them to just, they feel like they won't want to get on you, they'll find something. You were 1 minute earlier today. You were 1 minute early. Well, yeah, well, I was 1 minute early. No, I'm expecting you to be here 5 minutes before you punch in. Can't relax. Clerics always got to be doing something. If it's a computer, if it's an iPad, if it's flipping, I mean, they got to work on something. Okay? To what? Impetuous. Okay, let's just try to run through this. Next one is what? Enjoys what? Controversies and arguments. Next one is what?
Won't give up when losing.
Won't give up when losing, or they will cheat. A choleric will cheat. I know a saved man and woman. I'm talking about a minister and his wife. The wife was choleric. So they said, hey, let's play jacks. So she was like, I'll tear you up in jacks. He was like, well, let's play. So they went to work. She didn't think he could play. Y'all know what jacks is, right? All right. So she went first, sweeping everything up. She said, your turn. She didn't know he could play. So he just started sweeping up. So when it got down to the onesies, he just swept everything up. It was her turn now. She went for the sweep and hit one of the other, jacks, and it started spinning, knocked it across the room. So the husband said, that's it, the game is over, you out. You know what she said? The choleric said, I didn't touch that jack. Husband looked, it's spinning. Thing went on, it's spinning. Yeah. And his world too, because he looked, he was spinning. I didn't touch it.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, they do not like to lose. Okay. Next one, let's try to run through here. What?
Come on strong.
Sometimes the cholerics can come on too strong. Whatever they have to say is too strong. They hurt people. And then when you go to them, it's like, you need to toughen up. You need to toughen up. Does this sound familiar?
Yeah.
All right. Next one is what? Inflexible. Next one is what? Listen, they will not compliment that often. Cholerics will not compliment. And for those temperaments who need a compliment, I feel so sorry for you, because chances are they will not compliment you. And even when you fish for a compliment, let's say you did a solo in church I mean, the Holy Ghost fell. Everybody in church telling you how well you did. You get home, or you in the car, and you just waiting. Now you start fishing. Whoo, boy, we had church today, didn't we? She said, yeah. Mm-hmm. Whoo, boy, that pastor preached, didn't he? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he sure did. Whew, boy, that choir was something else today, yeah. Okay, he's just still fishing. You put some more bait, throw it back out. Woo, yeah, what you think about the solo? I mean, she wouldn't say nothing, or he wouldn't say nothing, so you got to just come out. Oh, well, what you think about the solo? I was so nervous. It was all right. What you mean it was all right? It was all right. Okay, I mean, wait, what are you saying? I said it was all right. Now you got an argument or someone is hurt. So if you're married to a choleric, just don't expect a lot of compliments. They want the compliment from you, but they ain't going to hardly give it out. All right, next one. Here, let's try to roll. Next one is what? Dislike, tears, and emotions. Once again, we talked about it. They just don't understand why some folks are crying over certain things. Tell you, build a bridge and get over it. My boyfriend dumped me. Look at me. Okay, that's you. Next one is what? Unsympathetic. Have very little sympathy. All right. Let's move on. Hey, y'all like the choleric? That was all right? That was all right. Y'all didn't catch that. I caught you. That was all right. All right, let's go to the melancholy. So it's going to be a lot of fun here. Let's look at the strengths of melancholy. Number one, what? Deep and thoughtful. Now, this is from the emotional standpoint. Melancholies are deep and thoughtful. They're very deep people, and they're very thoughtful people. Number two, analytical. They analyze everything, and they analyze people, trying to figure out who's real, who's not real. And a lot of times they are right. Not all the time. Sometimes they're right, but they analyze. Next one, what? Serious and what? Purposeful. Okay. Next one is what? Genius prone. They melancholies actually have the propensity to become genius because they're thinkers. They're thinkers. They just don't do things off the cuff. They think. Okay. Next one is what? Talented and creative. Next one, artistic and musical. So, you know, and that doesn't mean all of them are musical, doesn't mean all of them are artistic. I guarantee you, if you work with one long enough, you'll discover they can draw, they can crochet, they can play instruments. I mean, they can do something that is very creative. Okay, what? Next one is what? Philosophical, poetic. All right, all right. Next one is what? Appreciative of beauty. They love beauty. They admire beauty. Okay, next one is what? Sensitive to others. Believe it or not, you know, from an emotional standpoint, melancholies, I mean, they have a hard exterior look, but in here, they are like teddy bears. They have a tender heart. But from the outside, you can't tell. They just look mean. I mean, like they said, they look mean. You be like, oh, phew, I don't even want to talk to that person, you know. That preacher say, you know, look at your neighbor. And you look at that melancholy, you say, ooh, I don't want to look. But deep down on the inside, when you get to know that melancholy, they're really, really nice. Next one is what? Self-sacrificing. Sincerely, they will make self-sacrifices for people. That's their heart. Okay. Next one is what? Conscientious. Okay. They're very conscious of other needs. Okay, next one is what? Idealistic. They're full of ideas. Okay, here we go. Now, let's talk about some of the things that melancholy should work on, some of the challenges of a melancholy. Okay, from an emotional standpoint, they can also be bossy. Now, their bossiness comes from their level of expectation or perfection not being met because they're actually perfectionists. Melancholies are perfectionists, and that's why they're genius prone, because they like to do everything right. Whatever they do, it's got to be right. Sometimes they'll stay up all night and work on something until it is right. And then even when it's done, they'll still kick themselves and say, I should have did this, I should have did that. You know, it's really never good enough for them. But if you're given the assignment, even if it's to clean up, and you don't clean up according to their standard, which is such a high standard, they'll get a little bossy then, or demanding. But instead of telling you to do it, they'll go ahead and do it. They're scrubbing. Don't make no sense. They're scrubbing. God, don't make no sense. If you're going to do it right. Just scrubbing with a Brillo pad. I mean, ain't nobody trying to get the rust out the bathtub. You know, sometimes that little rust, now y'all high class. Y'all don't know about that. But sometimes that little rust, if you get on the bathtub, okay, hey, average person ain't trying to get that off. But the melancholy come in, the whole bathtub is clean, see that rust, and they're just scrubbing and fussing. You come in with, who you fussing at? Don't make no sense. So stuff got to be in order. I mean, it's got to be in order. Like, let me straighten up just in case I got any melancholies in here. Because honestly, they can't stand things to be out of order. I was counseling a melancholy one day. And while I'm counseling, I mean, this was an outside client. She got up. I mean, I had a picture of my family in back of me. She got up and said, yes, that's right, Dr. Davenport. Came, fixed the picture, straightened it out, and went and sat back down and kept talking. Yeah. So I let her finish, and I asked her, I said, do you realize what you just did? She said, what did I do? I said, you just straightened up my picture. Oh my God, then she lost it. I'm so sorry. Melancholy is something within them. Like a lot of times, you know, clothes have to be folded up, you know, other temperaments, especially phlegmatic, it takes too much energy to fold clothes. I mean, like, I don't see the use to fold it up. I mean, what's the use? So the phlegmatic, take it out, just throw it up on the dryer, throw it on the bed. We got to go. It's almost time for work at church, and the melancholy fussing again, folding up clothes, putting them all in the proper drawer. That's their world, okay? They can also be impatient. They can also be quick-tempered. This can't be right. But these are the signs of a choleric. Okay, yeah, there you go. Okay, that's all right. Okay, y'all scratch that. We might need to redo that again. Yeah, that's all right, mother. That's all right. See, I ain't fussing out of y'all. That's all right. All right, let's go to the sanguines. Let's see, she gonna feel bad all night. No, you're all right, mother. All right, let's know the sanguines. I love, honestly, when I do an assessment on a person and I see that they have sanguine in them, I light up. Because I tell you what, I know I'm going to have a fun session. Sanguines are fun. They're going to get in there, laugh. Sometimes they'll talk too much. We never get through the session because they just love to have fun. Here we go. Let's look at the emotional strengths of the sanguine. They're what? Appealing, they have appealing personalities. Okay, they light up a room when they walk in. Next one, what? Talk and tell. Sanguines love to talk. They love to talk. They can't help it. They cannot help it. And if they can't find anybody in the house to talk to, they'll go out on the porch and honest to God, they'll find a dog or something, a stray dog, or a cat or a bird, and talk to them. Yeah, I'm serious. I was counseling a man in discernment told me that he did that. He started laughing so hard. I said, why are you laughing? He said, when I was a kid, we used to live on the farm, and if there was no one else to talk to, he said he would go out and talk to the cows. They have to talk, okay? They're storytellers. Sanguines love to tell stories, even if it's a good story or not. They just have to tell it, okay? They are the what? Life of the party. When sanguines come in, they light up everything. Y'all know anybody who just light up everything? Yeah, that makes sense. He is the light. Like if he came here right now, he'll light this room up. Like, are y'all all, settled listening? Hey, everybody, hey. I mean, yes, That's good. Hmm? Yeah. Yeah. See, yeah. He's the starter party in the world or in the church if there's something going on. I mean, yeah. Okay, they have a good sense of humor. They just laugh at anything. You know, it's fun to watch television with the sanguine. They'll see something, and for a melancholy, they're looking like, what is so funny? Look at the sanguine falling out, just falling out, laughing. They're really, really fun. Okay, what's next? Memory for what? Colors. They can remember colors. Next one is what? Physically holds on to listeners. So if they get someone that's listening to them, I mean, if they got to hold them, come here, let me tell you something. You know, you'd be like, woo, need to go. Wait, give me your hand. Let's connect. I mean, it's like they will physically hold on. If they find someone who will listen to them, they will hold on to them. Next one, what? Emotional what? Demonstrative, like just, it's out there. Okay, next one is what? Enthusiastic and what? Expressive, full of enthusiasm. That does sound like your husband. He's full of energy. I don't think I've ever seen him down. As we're talking now, like he's been here for how long? 24 years. I can't remember one time I've seen him down. Now, if he went down, it was short-lived because he gonna bounce back up. Yeah. But that's the thing about sanguines, and I really admire them. They can explode and go off, but then 5 or 10 minutes later, they bounce back and act like nothing has happened. And for the melancholy, that's puzzling. Because see, the melancholy gonna hold on to it for a long time. The sanguines, honestly, you can get in a blow up with them, honestly. You can have a big argument with them. 5, 10 minutes later, they come back in. Hey, I brought you some pie. For the melancholy, like to yourself, any poison in there? And especially if you just watch Snap or something like that. What's some things, a Snap, something like that? You like, oh gee, because the melancholy man, and the sanguine, like what? They have forgotten all about the argument. I really admired that about sanguines. In a way, I wish God had made us all to be that way. From a child standpoint, you can spank a child, you can whip that child, tear that child up, crying and screaming and snotting. 5, 10 minutes later, they'll come back and hug you. I love you. All right, let's go. Next one is what? Cheerful and bubbling over. Next one is what? Curious. Next. Okay, I just heard what you said. Good on stage. Like your husband, you say in the world, he'd get up there and rap in the church. If he's nervous, you will never know he's nervous. He'll get up there. Yeah, you nervous for him. But that sanguine causes them to get on stage because they like to be the center of attention. And they just don't have fear of the stage. Now, how many of y'all, if I just put you on the spot, would fall out up there? Yeah. Well, what's that? Yeah, he would. Yeah, he wouldn't know. Minister Harding, I can give him a 2 minutes notice. Son, listen, son, I'm not feeling well. My tooth is hurting. I need you to stand in. You know what he'll say? All right, I got something in my soul. Get up there like nothing. My dad, he has sanguine. He's like that. He came to radio station some years ago. They came to town, Nashville, and I said, hey, Dad, you want to say something? Yeah. He got on that radio. He was speaking better than I was speaking. I was amazed. I'm doing something like, Dad, you ever did this before? No, son. Then as I got into temperament therapy, I understood he's sanguine. Sanguine they love it. Okay? Next one is what? Let's run through here. Wide eyes and what? Innocent. Next one. Sanguines live in the present. Now, this is their thoughts. Listen to this. yesterday is gone. Tomorrow may never come. So I'm going to live for right now. And so sometimes when it comes to money, sometimes sanguines are not that good because they can become very, very impulsive. Like I might not be here tomorrow, so I'm going to get it right now. And even keeping like gifts, like if it's a birthday or something for Christmas, sometimes they'll tell the children everything they got, or let them open it 2 days before Christmas. You say, why you do that? Well, ain't no guarantee they're gonna be here tomorrow. We gonna be here tomorrow. Me, yeah. Next one is what? They have a changeable disposition. I mean, they can adjust to change. They can adjust to different environments without any problems. But melancholy, sometimes that's a challenge, and other temperaments. Next one is what? They have a sincere heart, very sincere at heart, even though they might come across as loud and all that, but if you cut their heart open, you will see sincerity. Next one is what? Always a child. I always love to have fun, always gonna prank, always gonna joke, always gonna do something. Just gotta have fun, okay? That's my father. He loves to have fun. How many of y'all have ever been around my father? Okay. If not, when you're around my father, I guarantee you before you walk away from him, you will be laughing. He's going to say something to make you laugh. A lot of fun. Let's look at some things that they need to work on. Number one, everybody, let's run through this. Number one is what? Read that again. Compulsive talk. For those listening by way of internet, okay, if you're married to a sanguine, or if you are a sanguine, work on the compulsive talking. I know it's a challenge, but sometimes people will run from you, especially if they're in a rush. Okay, next one is what? Sometimes they'll blow up something more than it is. I bought my wife a big ring. Boy, that ring is humongous. You should see it. And pull it out. The wife pull it out. Everybody disappointed. I mean, they just have a way in, exactly. They don't mean harm. Next one is what? Dwells on what? Trivial things, especially if their feelings are hurt. Oh, God. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. Something small, you like, okay, I heard you already. Okay? All right. Next one is what? Keita and Russell has arrived. Hey, welcome. All right, next one is what? Can't remember names. Sanguines struggle remembering names. They struggle remembering names. So they just say, hey, brother, hey, sister. Or they come up with pet names for people or different names. Okay, next one is what? Sometimes, and once again, they'll scare people off because they're so jubilant and excited. And then especially if somebody's pressed for time, and they see the sanguine coming, or if they call and the sanguine's name pop up on the TV or the call ID, and if it's a good movie you watching, you bet not pick up that phone. And then and then if it's a spouse that's picking up the phone, they're gonna pick it up. Hello? Yeah, sister so in, and they're giving you the phone laughing, and you mad. I told you not to pick it up. Okay. Next one is what? Sanguines are too happy for some people. Some people just can't take it. But sanguine, just be who you are. You're gonna be who you are anyhow, because you might try to change, but after a while you'll bounce back and just stay who you are, because there are a lot of people who love your energy. Okay, so if you have sanguine, just be yourself. Next one is what? Has restless energy. It's hard for them to just sit still. They have to go, have to get out and do something. Come on, let's go out. And if they're married to a person of the opposite temperament, we'll talk about that in a few minutes. It drives them crazy, so they have to do something. Next one is what? Sometimes they can be what? Egotistical, or they can come across that way. Yeah, then, didn't I do this today? Didn't I don't I look good today? And and if you choleric, you're like, all right. All right, next one is what? Lusters and complaints, okay? Just the loudness, okay? And they will complain, okay? Next one is what? Naive and gets taken in. Sometimes Listen to this, sanguines are so naive. People will take advantage of them because sometimes they just don't care about the details all the time, especially if someone has been friendly to them and they're having fun with that person. If that person is believable, they'll just believe them and give them the credit card number. If somebody calling for you, hey, you got a free trip, so. And they'll just, well, hold on, let me get the card. It's free? It's free. Yeah, there you go. If it's free, they don't need the card. I have a financial person right here, Sister Hardy. So y'all, if you're married to a sanguine, try to help them out. If someone calls and they talking about congratulations, just stay close to the phone. Just stay close. I mean, don't just cut him or her off. Try to let them handle it. But if they're about to get taken in, you got to rescue them. Okay. Next one, what? Has loud voice and laugh. Once again, when they come in, they just light the room up. All right. Next one, what? They're controlled by their circumstances. Whatever's going on, they can go up and down, up and down. Next one is what? Get angry easy, especially if you try to stop them from having fun or being around people. Can't understand why you want to go. They're mad. I mean, we was only over there for 2 hours, and you ready to go? They don't understand that. Next one is what? They seem phony to some people, but they're not. They are really real. And next one is what? Never grows up. They never grow up. They love to have fun. Okay, let's run through here. Phlegmatics. Let's talk about the phlegmatics. Some of their strengths from emotional standpoint. They are low-key. They are what? Easygoing, relaxed. They are what? Calm, cool, collected. Yeah, if you ever met somebody, you're like, man, they're just so cool. They just so relaxed. Especially for a sanguine. They meet a phlegmatic and they kind of admire them because they're so cool and relaxed. Okay, next one is what? Patient and what? Well-balanced. Phlegmatics are very patient and they're well-balanced. Like they just, I mean, everything don't rattle them. Okay, next one is what? They have a consistent life. Things are consistent. I mean, including like their spouses, whoever they connect with, it's like they're very they're consistent and they're content. So like you may have phlegmatic, they can hang with you unless you just do something crazy. But they like number one, they don't jump around from relationship to relationship because they don't have the energy. I mean, or even another relationship. Most phlegmatics don't even try to cheat because they don't have the energy. It takes too much energy to try to cover it up. All right. Next one is what? They're quiet but witty. You can put a phlegmatic in the crowd, and they'll just sit there, quiet, smile, But if something pops to their head, they can be very witty. Next one is what? Sympathetic and kind. Next one. They keep their emotions hidden, so sometimes you don't know what they're thinking or feeling. Next one is what? Happily reconciled to life. Okay, that's good for them. Next one is what? All-purpose person. A phlegmatic, they're well-rounded people. They will flow with you. If you want to go out, they'll go out with you. You want to stay home, they'll stay home. And then the thing is like, well, hey, whatever. I mean, what do you want to do? Like even when it comes to something to eat, what do you want to eat? It doesn't matter. Whatever you cook is fine. And they mean it. I mean, even if it's clutter and stuff all around the house, I mean, most phlegmatics can roll with it. They just step over stuff. They just step over it. Won't complain. And, other temperaments like, whoa. I mean, like when your relatives come over, like, how does she or he deal with that? They're phlegmatic. They can honestly roll with it. Car could be all junkied up. Phlegmatic really won't complain. I mean, they ain't gonna really clean it up because they ain't got the energy. They tired. Phlegmatics are pretty much always tired. Unless they get motivated about something. If they're motivated about something, it's on. Like if it's a sound game, I don't care how tired they are, they will allow energy, to take on the next day. So that night before, they allow energy. So if I said to a group of phlegmatics, hey, after church, we're going to the Sounds game. Okay, now normally when you get off work, if there is no church, you go home. In your mind, you allow energy to get through your work day. You go home, you crash, or you're going to watch a Little Big Shots, whatever you're going to watch. Then you go to sleep. You watch sports, whatever. Lifetime, and you go to sleep. But if I let you know in advance, hey, after this marriage class, we all are going to the Sound games. Free hot dogs on me, you know, free Diet Cokes on me, free everything on me. And if you are a Sound fan, if you love the Sounds, you're motivated. So if you get motivated, whether it's education, church, God, whatever, if you get motivated, it's done. If you're not motivated, whoa. Somebody say, whoa. Whoa. All right, let's look at some of the challenges of phlegmatics. Okay, emotionally, they're just what? Unenthusiastic. They're unenthusiastic. I mean, sometimes they drive other temperaments crazy because like that other person like would surprise them with something, like they went over the board to make them happy, and then they'll just, thank you. I mean, are you happy? Yeah. No, are you really happy? I'm happy. She's like, you know what? You make me sick. I mean, the spouse is mad. Like, I thought you'd be jumping all over. No, I'm jumping on the inside. They don't mean they really are happy, but the phlegmatics are just laid back. Okay, next one, they're what? Fearful and worried. So they're fearful and they will worry. Next one is what? Indecisive. Sometimes it's hard for them to make the decision because sometimes they take too much energy. See, I'm telling you. Oh, okay, I didn't know if you was laughing or saying amen. Oh, that was a hiccup. Okay, that's all right. That was a loud one there. Okay, those listening, that was just a hiccup. Nah, you're all right. Okay, so let's see. Okay, indecisive. Like I'm telling you, phlegmatics have low energy. If you married to someone who always says, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. Like, you just slept for 12 hours. Like, didn't you just think, don't worry about that, I'm just tired. Okay, they have low energy. Okay, so sometimes it takes too much energy to even to make a decision. Like, it's just too much, especially if you put them on the spot, and then they just like, well, whatever. No, I don't want to whatever. I'm tired of making all the decisions. You make them, especially Mr. Clear, you make the decision this time. Yeah. Okay, now it sounds like noise to the phlegmatic. It sounds like noise because that's like, oh, that can be, you messing with my peace now. Then they shut down. They shut down. Honest to God, they shut down, and some of them they'll act like they listening to you just for peace sake, but they have blocked you out. Okay, so for phlegmatics, the best way to get through to them is to stay calm. Talk to them in a calm tone. They can deal, but when you start all that, I mean, it sounds like noise. It sounds like noise. And especially if they were raised in a home and their mother did that to them, and they learned to turn their mama up, like if their mama was choleric, and they learned to turn mama off, okay, then they marry their mama. And all is well until you start doing this. You like, ooh. Now, he don't want to argue because it takes too much energy to argue. So he does not, or she does not want to argue. So they'll just let you do your thing. But inside, on the inside, they're like, I wish he'd shut up. I'll be glad when he shut up. That's what they said inside. I'll be so happy because they just want what? Peace. All right. Next one is what? Okay, to avoid responsibilities. Sometimes they don't have the energy. Now, if they get motivated, okay, I'm going to pay all the bills. I got this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Okay, I'll clean this up. If you make it a task and they're motivated, they'll do it. But if they're not motivated, Lord help. Next one is what? Quiet will of iron. They have a quiet will, but they're stubborn. Phlegmatics can be stubborn. They're like a donkey. Anybody was raised around donkeys? Were donkeys hard to move if they didn't want to move? Okay, that's a phlegmatic, Brother Johnson. That's a phlegmatic. When phlegmatics lock in and when they say they are not going to do something, it's really best to just leave them alone for a while. Because the more you keep trying, you need to do this, you need to do it. You do all that. The more they just lock in. You do all that talking. The ears go up and they just lock in. They just lock all the way in. And you just fussing and clapping and you make me sick. You make it. And they, you know what? Just calmly sit down. I'm telling you, I'm trying to get y'all to see how real this is. And so then the choleric get mad because they can't control the phlegmatic. See, so now they just storm up. You make me sick, and they'll call them a name or something, or start talking about the family. See, this is why I really should have did the temperaments first. So, because see, the clerical one is just like if they can't control you, because and with the phlegmatic, when they lock in, it's best to leave them alone. Give them to Jesus, because they are not going to do it unless God deals with their hearts, and especially the more you try to force them. Okay. All right. Next one is what? Selfish. Okay, especially when it comes to reserving their energy. Like you got to tell them what you need ahead of time. But he can't come in, and she can't come in and be like, and then you say, I'm hungry. Okay, well, you gonna give me something to eat? Okay, they didn't allow energy for that. So what they'll say is, okay, why didn't you just call me? Well, I did call you. It just went right to voicemail. Well, okay, listen, I'm sick. Can you go give me something to eat? I'm tired. I'm tired. That's what you hear. I'm tired. Okay, everybody all right? Okay, how y'all doing out there? Okay, by way of those listening by way of video or internet, y'all all right?
Doing fine.
Okay. All right, here we go. Let's go to the next one. Too shy and what? Too shy and what? Reticent. Yeah, reticent. Okay, so they're too shy and reticent. So they're like just introvert, and they won't say a whole lot. I mean, they're just laid back. Next one is what? Too compromising. Now, what does that mean? That too compromising means, listen to this. They don't have the energy sometimes to fight back, so they'll just be like, whatever. If you hear somebody always saying whatever, on almost every decision needs to be made. Yeah, whatever. I mean, after a while, you try to jump, whatever. They more than likely have phlegmatic because they don't want to argue. They do not want to argue. So they'll be like, whatever. Like, and that's their way of just saying, just be quiet. Just stop. Yeah. Yeah, leave it alone and leave me alone. All right, but Johnson feeling it today. That's too bad, but ever since that hiccup, it seemed like it just revitalized him there. You might have to give us another one there, Sister Johnson. All right, next one is what? They can be what? Self-righteous. And you know, they can be self-righteous because they don't know how to get in any trouble. They're so laid back, they want peace, so they're not going to cause a stir. I mean, even like cheating in the relationship and all that. So if you're not careful, they can be like, I don't do nothing wrong. Okay. All right, let's move on. How's my time? Ooh, I didn't know it was that late. Boy, we're having too much fun here. All right. Supines. Okay. Let's look at the strengths of the supines. Okay, we really have to run through this one. Next, what? Gentle. Supines are so sweet. So gentle. Oh my God. Next one is what? They love to serve other people. These are the ones like at the church function or at family functions. Those are the ones that got the apron on and, you know, now I'll fix the place. What y'all want? What y'all want? Those are what they,
I'm saying the Marthas.
Yes, the Marthas. They love to serve. I mean, love to serve in the church. Those are the ushers. They love to usher. They love to work on hospitality. You know, I do it. Serving plates, they would do it in a heartbeat and get mad. If someone tell them, no, that's okay. We don't need your help. You go ahead and sit down and get your food. They don't want to sit down and get their food first. They want to serve you. They want to make others happy. Because when they make others happy, it meets a need in them. Does this make sense? Okay. All right. Next one. They're very dependable. What else? Intensely what? Loyal. Now here's the part I like. Supines can feel God's love, joy, and peace. And they have great capacity to respond to love. Let's go back to this feel God's love. Like supines, like those are the ones who can really worship. They can really worship God. They can praise God. And it is with so much sincerity because they can actually feel God's love, God's peace and joy, and they can also give because they love to give. They give to God. That's why supines even love to give in offerings. They love to give. And then they love to give their worship. Those are the best worshipers. Supines, because they lock into Jesus Christ and they just cry out to him. Sometimes I see supines worshiping and I'm like, whoa, I love it. Wow, it's powerful. Okay, let's look at some of the weaknesses or things that they have to work on from an emotional standpoint. Number one is what? Okay, it's hard to express themselves because they fear they're going to get hurt or rejected. Number two, they always feel inadequate. Some of your most smartest and gifted and talented people are supine, but they feel like they are so inadequate. They can see the good and the talent and the smart in everybody else. The smarts in everybody, but they can't see it in themselves. So that's why when people compliment them, it's hard for them to receive it. You can say, oh my God, that was a beautiful poem, or that was a beautiful song, and they'll turn their heads, well, thank God, and in their heads, they just trying to make me feel good. Wow, this is deep. Next one, what? Victim. Sometimes they feel like the victim. Next one, what? They hurt easily. They're easily hurt. I mean, if a supine is in an unhealthy place spiritually and God, like we pass this out, if they're not balanced, they're always calling the pastor and the pastor's office, saying so-and-so hurt me. So-and-so hurt me. Everybody hurt them because they're very vulnerable. Next one is what? They have a fear of rejection. So that's why it's hard for them to reach out to people sometimes or to volunteer for something unless it's serving, because they're good at serving, but they don't want to be rejected. Next one is what? Of the anger and hurt feelings. Yes, they will hold their hurt feelings and anger. They will hold it, sometime unto death. Next one is what? Internalizes the anger, and something else they need to work on is what? You can't be so sensitive. Okay? Can't be so sensitive, all right? All right, let's see. All right, now let's run through this. Y'all need to stand up for a moment and stretch, everybody. All right, okay. Opposites attract. Now, this is fun here. Here we go. All right. Woo. So if a choleric woman marries a supine man in the control area, okay, that can cause problems. And I've seen it many times. Where the woman is choleric. Now, what does the choleric mean? She's controlling. And the supine man is what? He loves to serve. He loves to please. He has no need to control. Now, and I'm talking about in the control area. Because see, I need y'all to understand, you can have 3 or 4 or 5 different temperaments in different areas. So if a man is supine, let's say in affection, but he's choleric and control, he's good. Because he can handle himself. But I'm talking about the control area. If the wife is choleric and he is supine in the control area, I'm telling you, almost every case that I've had to come in my office, those are the most difficult ones to handle. You want me to tell you why? If you want me to tell you why, just say why. Why? Okay. I'll tell you why. Because the woman, from a woman's standpoint, okay, first she feels good about dominating and bossing. But then for the supine man, like after a while, she'll start perceiving him as being weak. And she'll start resenting his weakness. You know, not even to make a decision, not to do this, not to do that. You know, she'll start resenting that. You remember for the choleric, they can't stand sensitivity. So if it's her husband now in the control area, and he will not make a decision about anything because he can't. And when he try to step up to the plate, and if he strike out, when he get back, you're like, why did you swing at that bit? That don't make no sense. Why did you swing like that? You know, oh, man. All right. You're going to do it. You are going to do it. Now, it sets him back 9 yards, and it take him a long time to come up to the plate and bat again. Supines will just quit. They'll quit before they feel like they're going to get scolded. Okay? So, and then for the supine man, sometimes he feel like his wife is trying to be the man. But sometimes she have to make decisions or nothing will get done. Let's go to the next one. Okay, melancholy and sanguine combination. Okay, why could that cause problems in a relationship? Y'all talk to me now.
So the melancholy want everything like perfect. Whereas the sanguine is kind of like free will.
Yes.
You know, can adapt to change, like in thing. You can go with the punches. Well, the melancholy, like, no, we need to do it just like this.
Mm-hmm.
So that can be a problem in the man.
And you are so right. For the melancholy, things got to be structured. The sanguine, they don't care about structure. They care about no structure. I mean, like for the melancholy, they come and hang up their clothes. They got everything lined up, shoes lined up. Everything's got to be in order. Sanguine, whoo, boy, we had fun today. Just take stuff up. Yeah, boy. I mean, telling their stories and talking. I'm serious. They are telling their stories and talking. Yeah, just throwing stuff and stuff on the floor. And, yeah, what you want to eat? I mean, just still telling stories, laughing, and just talking. Someone probably talking in sleep. And the melancholy, like, please can't take it. So sometimes that can be very stressful. And it's funny, opposites really do attract. Opposites attract, y'all. Next one, what? Phlegmatic and melancholy. Why is that a challenge sometimes? Phlegmatic, okay, the phlegmatics are what? The don't care, laid back and enthusiastic and low energy. And the melancholy, what? Once again, melancholy is what? Structure, want things done, is a perfectionist. The phlegmatic don't care about perfection unless they get motivated. You know, when their report card come, if they got a C, like, yippee, shit, yes, I got a C, honest to God. Because they had to work to get that C. For the melancholy, they get a C, they're depressed. Oh my God, don't give a melancholy a C. Or even a B in some cases. Okay? Next one. All right. 2 peas in the pot. Here we go. All right. So now, what if 2 cholerics get married? Is that good or bad? 2 cholerics in the control area. Huh? The power couple? Okay. Now you're right. Now, in the healthy way, very good. In a healthy way, you got 2 cholerics and they're healthy and they work together, they will become a power couple. You did say power couple, right? They will become a power couple if they're healthy and they work together, because both of them are driven like crazy. Yes, and they will be successful, especially if they include God. But even sometimes, you know, like the Tower of Babel, they didn't include God, but they had a mind to work. They were accomplishing that goal. Very good. You know what? That's the first time that I've really heard that perspective. And I've been doing this and teaching this for a while. When I write my book, I need to include that. Do I have your permission to include that in there? All right. Do I have to give you any royalties? Okay, thank you. But he's right. If 2 cholerics are healthy, they become a power couple and they accomplish a whole lot. Very good. Okay, next one.
But if they're not,
Okay, very good. Okay, thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. Very good. Very good. If they're not healthy, you're right, mother, it's chaotic. Why is it chaotic? Y'all tell me. Both of them want to be the boss in the same house. And there will be an argument every day. Because you now both of them on their own time. Both of them doing this. Get that stuff out my car. You know, get that out of my kitchen. I mean, both of them going on clapping and fussing at each other. Taking turns. Taking turns. Call for work. Hey, babe, just gotta say how you doing. Why you calling me on my job? I mean, you know, oh, God, I mean, see, you're right, mother. Now it becomes crazy. And a lot of times they end in divorce because nobody wants to give in.
And now there's two of you kids in there that are different too.
Yeah, you're right. Wow. Next, okay. Oh, sanguine. Okay, let's do B. Sanguine. Is that good? Okay, why is that good? She got this big smile. She must have a little sanguine in her. Look at the smile on her face. Okay, why is that good? Oh, are you? Okay. Okay.
so we kind of like to have fun.
Yeah.
We have a lot in common.
Yeah.
We have the same personality.
Good.
We're both
Now, okay, tell me if it's not your personal, are y'all sanguine in the social area? Are you sanguine in the affection? Do you remember?
Social and affection.
Oh, the both of y'all are? Okay, that's great. That's great. And that's probably how they attracted one another. I mean, why they was attracted to one another. Now, that can, I mean, two sanguines together, whoa, that's fun. Because both of them want to go. All the time. Come home, yeah. Let's go here. Okay. Just, am I right? See? Oh, man, I wish I could see this. We have two sanguines here, y'all. This is remarkable. Wow. And then in affection, that's good because like they love to touch. So when you got two, I mean, they can hold hands, they can hug. Now, downside sometimes they don't get a whole lot done, especially first getting married or even after that, because they, no, man. Okay, we're going to move on here. She talking, y'all. You all right, doing? Trust me, I know. So if I see y'all coming in late for church, I'll be like, oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, y'all gonna get it done. I mean, trust me. Y'all gonna fulfill that need, but it's got to be fun, man. Got two sanguines in the same house. It's probably like never like a dull moment, except when y'all go to sleep. Y'all wake up laughing. Okay. And then when you have an argument, I mean, the both of y'all can just let it go. You just, I mean,
we are disagreeing. Okay, all right, on to the next.
Is there a Bible scripture? You know, scripture that says, never go to sleep on your anger.
Be ye angry, but sin not. Let not the sun go down on your wrath. But see, the sanguines can live up to that verse more than any other temperament. That's why, like, I really admire you all in that area. I wish we all could do that. I mean, there'll be less friction in the church. Some of y'all still holding something that someone did to you 10 years ago in the church. You still remember. Every time that person get up to sing, you're like, she needs to sit down. He needs to sit down. And y'all don't talk it through. But for sanguines, I'll get right behind that person. The argument happened 1 hour ago. I mean, wow. Man, one day when I write my book, I might want to do a case study on you all. I mean, I'm feeling the fun. Like, I'm really feeling the fun. Okay. Phlegmatic. What if they get married? What y'all think? Talk to me, class.
They won't get nothing done.
Why not? Mother Simmons, what did you say? Yep. Yep. Both of them are stubborn. Both of them have low energy. And you're right, a whole lot won't get done. And more than likely, the house is probably a wreck. I mean, it's sincerely. Because both of them got low energy, and if nobody's motivated to get it done, they're like, it's going to be all right, it ain't the end of the world. Because that's the attitude. We'll get it. And they can honestly flow with it. And if both of them are phlegmatic, whoa. And then for phlegmatics, I mean, they just don't have a lot of energy for anything. I mean, even if we're talking about physical intimacy, sometimes they're too tired for that. Well, y'all really looking like what? What? Yeah. And if you got two people who are, if they're phlegmatic in the affection area, because remember they're different areas, so it's hard to really nail this down. But in the affection area, sometimes they can go 3, 4, 5, 6 months, sometimes a year without physical intimacy. They can't. Y'all really looking at me like that, but it's true. Sometimes they just are the energy. Okay, next. Okay, what about melancholy? Melancholy, is that good? Okay, let's say melancholy in the social area. Is that good? Okay, now that's good because both people love to be at home. They're homebodies. Melancholy is in the social area. They're homebodies. They love to be at home, just like the two of y'all love to go in your social area. That's good. For two melancholies, love it. Love it. Like my wife and I, both of us have melancholy in the social area. And I mean, before we learned this, like when we went on honeymoon, we went to Disney World. We laugh at this today. We will go out to the park, stay for about half hour. We look at each other, like, you ready? Yeah, let's go. The next day we go again, 20 minutes, you ready? Yeah. I mean, I was like, yes! Yeah! I love her. She's like, I love him. I mean, even now, we can go on a cruise and we can just kick up in the room. I mean, we go out and get something to eat, then come back in the room, you know, and this man, Bonjour, you know, the cleaning man. Y'all ever been on a cruise? Okay, they clean your room about 2 or 3 times a day. Bonjour kept coming to the door, knocking. We was like, come back, come back, come back. Then Bonjour, he blasted us out. He probably had some choleric. But that 3rd day, this is what he did. There was murder due on the ship. There was murder due on the ship. Bonjour, calm down, bro. Calm down, bro. We don't want to do all that on that ship. We just want to stay in our room. I mean, but that really works for us because, like, she don't need company, I don't need company. That we don't have a need to rip and run, thank God. See, since I'm melancholy, if I were married to a sanguine compulsive, it would be a challenge for me. Because when I get home, like, I want to rest. But for a sanguine, like when it kick in, let's go. I mean, for the melancholy, no, let's just stay on, watch a movie. You always want to watch a movie. Come on, you boring. It turns into argument. They even watching TV. Sanguines love excitement. They don't want to see anything boring. And that's what I love that about y'all. Yeah, this is fun. I mean, like, I get happy when I just looking at y'all now. Okay, so what about in the control area? Melancholy, is that good or bad? In the control area. And I know we didn't cover that, but okay. Now, that's not bad necessarily. I'll tell you why, because neither one of you have a need to control. Melancholies, they don't have a need to control. But they can be demanding if the level of perfection or expectation is not met. You see? So if they feel like something should be done up here and you fall short, that's when they start, you know, all that. Oh, all it takes is a minute. No, just all it takes 1 minute to wash that fork out. That's all it takes. All it takes. And they just washing the fork out. We're going to get bugs. We're going to get bugs. I mean, and for the phlegmatic, they looking like, oh, boy. We going to get bugs. They're like, we going to get bugs over 1 fork? Come on, I have to get in here. We watching the movie, is back on. You know, he or she there washing that 1 fork, scrubbing it, got the Brillo pad out, scrubbing it. Might be germs, or it might get AIDS or the Ebola disease, whatever. And like, is that, what was that disease came out not too long ago? Is it the Ebola? Well, on planes, I knew when I was riding, when there was a melancholy compulsive on and a melancholy compulsive pure, they're melancholy in the area. This one lady, she had all her wipes. She got on that plane. I was just watching. She wiped everything. Now, I was all right until my daddy said, son, be careful riding on them planes because you can get that Ebola. If you put your head on something, why you mess with me like that? No, I was tired. I was on that flight like this. Head started going down. Oh, Jesus. Daddy, why you do that, man? Don't be playing with me, man. I don't know why he did that. Thanks. Oh, the mercy. Well, I haven't got to the point of wipes now. I might do that one day. All right, let's finish this up. Supine, is that good? Okay, okay. In the now remember we got 3 areas to this. I'm just touching the surface on this, but in the social area, is that good? Supine.
Yeah.
Okay, why is that good?
Because they both serve each other.
They serve each other, but both of them can have company over, and both of them just serving the company. Okay, you get the chips, I get the peanuts. Okay, you know, y'all want some more juice? Okay, y'all want, and y'all just through the whole 3 hours, y'all running back and forth to the kitchen. What you need? You need a pillow? Your feet hurt? Here, put them up. You know, you put them in the kind of boom. I almost lost my shoe, y'all. I'm ready to fly up with a pow. Geez, I know. I'd have been so hurt, you know. Well, that's a holy hickey up there. It's the damn past the shoe, isn't it? You. All right, anyway, I'm getting tired, y'all. I'm getting tired. I'm in delusion. Right. So that works for the serving because both y'all can have company. Like you're always getting people over. You're always serving. Man, that's nice. But in the control area, not so much because neither one of y'all can make a decision about anything. So y'all always got to go to outside people to get advice. Sometimes it's good advice, sometimes it's not. How many of you know you can't go to everybody for advice? Because some folks will mess you up, but supines, they got to ask everybody's opinion. They'll ask about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. What you think? They go, what you think? And then if the husband is supine, he going to his boys, what you think? What you think? And then they bring home and they try to mush it together with what everybody said, and it doesn't work sometimes, okay? All right. But in the affection area, yeah. Because supines, yeah. Supines are like sanguines, but they're just more introverted in the affection area, but with each other in that affection area, they love to hug. You know, that's why like in church sometimes, like I used to wonder why people holding hands and hugged up in church. I couldn't understand that until I got into temperament therapy. So if you get 2 sanguines, like I'd love to see them. Now, I don't know if they do it or not, but you know, they probably hugged up, holding hands, you know, looking, you know, like if a supines, because supines are so sweet when they feel it, they just want to reach over. They might just reach and just, you know, just touch their spouse's head, rub their head, you know, like, you know, you all right? All this doing church. I'm preaching, say, you know, and then the supine feel that moment, you know, my what? But and it's need based. It's need, like when the need kicks in, they do it. They do what they feel. Okay? All right, let's try to finish this up. Oh man, these classes are not supposed to last as long. How to make it work. This is the last one. This is how you make it work. Number one, you have to understand one another. Please fill that in. Understanding is so powerful. And this is why we spent all this time to help you understand your spouse. They're not bad people. It's that they got different temperaments, so you got to understand. And remember, you can stand the person when you can what? Understand. Let's say that again. You can stand the person when you can what? Understand them. Okay? Here we go. Acceptance. Accept that this is the way God made them. Like I love the way Sister Hardy handles her husband. She don't necessarily stop him from talking because she know he gonna talk. But after a while, she know how to do it. All right, Jeffrey. All right, Jeffrey, the pass the tire now, Jeffrey. But she does it in such a sweet way. but she don't stop him. Just, okay, we go in church, don't talk to nobody. Let's see if you can do it. Don't talk to, It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. But so she have accepted the fact that he's sanguine. Okay? And he's accepted whatever your temperament is, whatever yours is. Okay. And that's another thing. I encourage every one of y'all to do this temperament assessment. If you have any assessments? Okay. I'm not supposed to do this, but I'll do it. I'll give everyone a temperament test to take home, and you can fill it out on your own time. If you want to do it, then bring it back, and then we'll run it. Okay, it's generally $15 per person. No, $20 per person, but I'll charge y'all $15 since y'all helped me with this study. But I mean, it's really, some places charge $60 and $70. I just try to keep it low to help everybody. But if you haven't taken it is going to change your life and your marriage. That's what respect. It'll help you to respect your spouse. When you understand their temperament, you understand them, and when you can accept it, then it helps you to respect them. You know? Okay? All right. And note, bend, blend, and win. Hey, that might be the name of my book one day. Bend, blend, and win. So if you have different temperaments, you have to bend and blend. You have to understand yourself, bend and blend. And remember, you can be one thing in one area, another thing in another area, another thing. That's why everybody should do this assessment. Well, bless you. Okay, that's it. That's it. Okay. I can send the test out. Oh, okay. Oh, someone's asking. Okay, very good. All right then. Are there any questions or comments? God bless you. We appreciate it.
That's a good title. How about that book?
You buy the book? All right, I'm gonna hold you to that. All right, he gonna buy my first book. Oh yes, please. I mean, can they literally talk? Okay. All right. Listen, if anyone would like to ask a question or if you have a comment, please talk to us. I can't see you, but I would sure love to hear your voice. Now, if there's a sanguine, I know we're going to hear from the sanguine right now. Okay, maybe we can't hear them. Okay, did I see a hand back here?
Yes, is it possible for one person to have just a little area and just a little melancholy?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Those are called blends. Yes. 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 Okay. See. Okay. This is why I'm saying everyone should get this done. Now, okay. I'll tell you about my profile. Okay. I have a bunch of blends. I have many blends. Like in my social area, well, social area, I'm just straight melancholy. I mean, I'm task driven. I come do my tasks. I'm there, but I just don't go over everybody's house and all that. If I was sanguine, all y'all be in trouble. Cause tonight, like my wife is out of town, I'll be like, hey Louis, Sharita, what y'all doing tonight? And I might come over, and I will be over. Like ding dong, like no, oh God, we love our pastor, Jesus, God. But it's the third night in the row that came over their house. What y'all doing? Like, we was trying to go to bed, but yeah. So in that area, I'm melancholy. My wife is melancholy. In my control area, watch this. I am phlegmatic, choleric. I have a blend. To answer your question, I have a blend. I have both. I'm more phlegmatic, so that's what makes me like kind of laid back, mellow as a leader. Do you ever see that in your past? Like kind of even tempered, but I have a dose of choleric. Now, when I need to go there, I can switch to that choleric and pow, pow, pow. Yeah, whoa! I didn't see that coming because I have more phlegmatic in my choleric area. I mean, in my control area. So that's why I don't have a need to dominate people. But in my choleric, I can take a stand. Like every pastor needs a dose of choleric. And then in my affection area, I have phlegmatic and then a dose of supine, which is wonderful because I'm like, I can lay back in my emotions, but I got that supine to serve people, to serve. But I'm not going to get used because my phlegmatic keeps me from getting used, but yet I have a heart to help people. You know, that phlegmatic, that's that. And I feel that supine part sometimes, like reaching out, helping people. Like I kind of feel it now. Like I just want to give all y'all like a Tootsie Roll. Like if I had some Tootsie Rolls here, I just want to give y'all something, you know. I mean, if I have paper clip, I just want to give y'all something. If I have food, I just want to, you know, feed y'all. You know, when that kicks in, it's like you feel this love. If I don't know if anybody got supine in you, but when it kicks in, you have it in you. Okay, but when it kicks in, like you feel this love. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying? You feel the warmth, and you just want to help someone. And then when someone turns you down from helping them, sometimes it kind of hurts. Like, no, I don't want to inconvenience you. Like, but no, I want to do it. No, Pastor, I want it. So, like this little boy went, last week, I wanted to bless him with $10. And he was like, oh, no. Now, you know, now if he caught me in my phlegmatic or something, I'd have been like, fine, let's go. But he caught me in my supine. So I wanted to give him $10. No. And I'm like, no, take it. Because I felt the love. I was in the supine moment. And I know this might be a little deep. We'll need more classes on this because I know this is too deep. But if y'all take that assessment, y'all can have personal sessions with the pastor, and we'll go through and help you understand. All right. Anything else? Can they hear me out there? Okay. Anybody want to say anything? You have a question or comment before we close? Okay. All right. If anyone is saying anything, we can't hear you. Okay. Okay. I hear myself there. All right. God bless you.
Bishop, how can we send you the payment?
Okay, someone would like to say something.
Bishop.
Yes.
Good evening. This is Sister Lynette and Sharif. How can we send you the payments?
The payments for the assessment?
The assessment, yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, where are you? Are you in Detroit, Nashville? Oh, that's Lynette. Hey, Lynette, yes. God bless you. That's Lynette and her husband. God bless you. Okay, just send it. How should we do this?
Yeah, PayPal.
Yeah, if you would like to go to the True Way Church site, and you can do $40 there, or however much it is there, we'll receive it.
Okay.
Okay.
So, okay. Yeah, 30. Yeah, $30. Okay. Thank you all. Anyone else would like to say anything before we close out? Or even here? Okay. God bless you. I have a smile up on you. Thank you all. So I think we have about 4 more classes left. Okay. Now, what y'all like to do, the love language next, or the finance class next, roles and rules, or the physical intimacy?
Finance.
You want the finance? Okay, let's do the finance. Then after that, y'all want physical intimacy? You know what? I think I'm gonna say that physical intimacy for last.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be running out of here. All right, God bless y'all. Lord, in the name of Jesus, we thank and praise you for another Tuesday small group session. And I must admit that I am really enjoying it. Thank you for those that's listening via internet. I pray that something has been said that would really bless their marriage. I thank you for those that's here live, Lord, at the True Way Church. I pray your blessings upon them. Bless, strengthen, and keep. In Jesus' name, let us all say amen. Amen. For those listening online, join us Sunday morning at the True Way Church. I have a message that's going to change your lives. God bless you all. Take care.